Mind Over Matter, and I am here with a collective haul from, yes, you guessed it, Dollar Tree. I actually received a birthday gift in the mail from a family member, and of course it was an awesome gift card to Dollar Tree. So I was very excited because they knew that I needed just a few more things for my classroom, especially now that newer things are coming into Dollar Tree, and I had to get my hands on them before I forgot the idea that I needed them for. So let me get right to this quick haul. I picked up these white tumblers. I like the fact that it has a narrower bottom, because this part of it will stick right inside the caddies that I have for every group in my classroom. And these will actually hold colored pencils and regular pencils within each cup, just to keep everything nice and organized. And I picked them up in white because I plan to put like a POW sticker or a number sticker on the front so that the students know, even if they remove the cup out of the caddy, they know that this cup belongs to that caddy and there's no confusion. Although these will actually stay at their groups, so it's not a big deal, but I just love the fact that it's tall so the students can make sure that they put those pencils in there. And there may be just enough room to get some very thin markers to go in there. I'm not a big marker fan as far as putting them in group caddies, but I do put markers in centers. And of course, when I'm setting up my classroom soon, I will make sure to link that. Well, I won't link it in this video, but when I do start to show you around the classroom and setting up, I will make sure to shout out to that specific idea of putting markers and how I set up the caddies. Okay, so then I picked up these 3 8x10 photo frames. I like the fact that they were a black border, and there was nothing to them. If you look really closely, they're ridged. I love the fact that they're ridged, and I plan to kind of try and do a DIY with them. A friend of mine actually went out to IKEA recently and picked up some frames that were similar. They actually had stands to them and they were awesome colors. Love the colors. So I thought, well, instead of driving all the way out to IKEA, because it's not very close to where I live, I went ahead and picked up these 3, and I'm going to spray paint them with the extra spray paint that I have left over from my DIY crate project. And I will do yellow, red, and blue, that pop of superhero colors, and they will be used to put, I'm actually going to print some directions, and I'm going to put them on my back kidney table, so when Meet the Teacher happens, or when we have open house and parents come in, they can just follow the directions inside the photo frame, and it just kind of leaves me open to welcoming parents and students and then talking to a few people in the room, and I don't really have to give out lots of directions because they'll already be displayed on the back table. So I thought that would be a really great idea, and it only cost me $3, and it's ready to go. It'll stand on its own. Fantastic. And I can switch out the signs. I can use them for anything. They're so versatile. Okay, I picked up oh my gosh, an awesome deal. My sister and I went into our closest Dollar Tree, and these happened to come in just, I want to say that weekend, or last weekend, and they are so cute. It's a nice sized notebook. It's a little bigger than my hand, and it's got a really nice strong spiral, and the cover is a nice thick cardstock. It has a pouch that you can either house coupons in, or small little notepads, or you can put thin pens or pencils in here. I thought that was really neat. I picked actually 4 of these up. I gifted 1 to a friend of mine, I gave 1 to my daughter, and I kept 2. One of them will be for my classroom, and one of them will be for my recipes. So one of them will house coupons, while the other ones will house pens that I would use if I have a team meeting, if there's a professional development. And I love cupcakes and I love to bake. So I figured, I loved this design, and for $1, this is great quality. I mean, and the pages only have a little cupcake on each. It's the same cupcake, but I loved how cute this was, and I believe they're coming into the Dollar Trees now. There was only maybe about 15, and they went like hotcakes. So if you get a chance to grab them, I would do it in a heartbeat. Okay, so I picked up these socks, and no, I don't need this many socks. These each are a 10 by either size 10 to 13. They're men's socks. There's 3 pair. I picked up 4, which gives me a total of 24 socks. And what I plan to do with these is that once I unravel them, I open them up. I actually have had this for years and years and years, and the ones that I had to throw away. They were just gross. And I put a marker down inside of each of these socks, and they're not just any marker. It's an expo marker that I stick inside the sock, and then I tie the sock and I put them into a bin. And those are actually used as the erasers. I've seen tons and tons of DIYs where like little pom-poms are put on the top of the markers, but it really depends on what markers I get from the students. A lot of the supplies that are coming in are different, and so I figured whether it's a thin marker or a fatter marker, I can actually just stick it down inside the sock, and whatever color they get is what they get. And they actually love this. They put this on the non-writing hand to erase whatever they're working on, whether we're doing math, whether we're doing an exercise in cooperative learning. I absolutely love that this idea, and it actually stemmed from, I want to say my internship teacher had this. So when I get my classroom ready and I'm getting all the supplies put away, I will definitely make sure that I do a really quick video on how I put all of that together. So, but I love this idea. And the best part about it is I had the socks that I originally purchased. Actually, it was gifted to me by a parent. It was a wish list item. And I wash them every 6 months, so at Christmas time, and then right at the end of the year I would wash them and then stick new markers in them every year, and they just got so gross and they were falling apart and unraveling, and I just needed to get brand new ones. So for $4 that I got 24 socks, not a bad deal. I was also able to get these sharpener 2-in-1 sharpeners, and this is why I love them. Now you're wondering, why did I get so many? Well, I got them in green, blue, pink, and purple. And I picked up, one of them is for my desk, just to keep as a backup. But the other 5 are going to be placed into the caddies at each group. And if you look really closely, you have a 2-in-1. Oops, hold on a minute. You have a 2-in-1 sharpener. You've got a sharpener with the 2 holes there. It's an eraser at the bottom. And it opens up so that you can take out the little shavings. But if you look even closer, this sharpener actually sharpens colored pencils and crayons. That's why it's got the dual holes in there so they can get a crayon in there. And I find that students tend to want to use my really nice sharpener in the classroom to sharpen those colored pencils, and they most times get jammed. So they jam the sharpener. So I said, you know what, if each group has a really great sharpener that they can use, then that's perfect, and it alleviates me having to stop and sharpen a group's pencils in the middle of any project or any group activity that they're working on. So I thought that was a neat addition to the caddies. And of course, when I put my classroom together, you'll see what goes into the caddies and how the groups will look with all their materials. Okay, so then I picked up, these are being hauled just recently because back to school has come back. These are gel rollers. They are by the Pro Marks brand. These are actually these colors right here. You get the blue, the purple, the orange. The orange is actually more of a yellow. And if you look really closely up, the camera's picking it up, there's sparkles. There are sparkles, so when you write with this, you see the shimmer. Then you have the solid colors, which give you a pink, orange, and purple, and green. And these write almost like a highlighter. I guess that's the best way to describe it. They write like a highlighter, but they are very bright and thin like a pen. So I mean, a teacher loves to have different kinds of pens, and I'm always looking for the colorful ones so that I'm able to grade with. So I have stocked up on my grading pens so far. I've got these and the scented ones I purchased in the last haul that I videoed, and I want to say I have 2 or 3 other packets that I picked up right before the end of the school year. So I am set for a good while. Of course, when I say that, I always find another set of awesome looking pens and I just have to grab them. So this is all I'll need until I find a new set. And then I found some awesome, I love this. Excuse my manicure. I have to get a manicure. That nail polish is terrible. Okay. So I've got the scissors. There's a dual pack of scissors. I picked up 5 sets, and inevitably, every year, a student either forgets their scissors or they lose their scissors. So every caddy at my group or centers will have their own set of scissors. So it's a no-brainer. If they're going to a center that requires the scissors, then the students can grab the ones in the caddies and take them to the center and then bring them right back to their group caddy. If they have their own personal scissors in their own pouches, which I don't really tend to like, I like them to keep their pencil pouches either in their desk or inside their book bag for homework purposes. But if I have the setup in the room where the kids just take themselves into the center and get started, it just makes it so much easier and it's so flowing in the classroom. So when I get my classroom set up, I will make sure that I show you how I set up both the centers and the caddies and how the materials are different from each other. And the last item I was able to pick up, I picked up 5 of these, and I love them because if you turn them around, you've got the white trim. So they have like a reversible side. So I have the white trim with the blue in the middle, and then they have the blue trim with the white in the middle. As far as all of you know, I am doing a superhero theme, and these mats are perfect for my back table. So when I do guided reading groups, I will have these awesome, and they're kind of mesh plastic, breathable. So I'm going to put them on the back table and they'll lay on the back and the students will know where they should sit. I have some really great bucket seats in the back. So I'll have 5 bucket seats. They'll know exactly where to sit and they can lay their book there or a whiteboard or any activity that we're working on for reading strategies. And then I have my red caddy that sits back there with the materials that I as a teacher will need. So it kind of coordinates with that white and the blue and the red and the popish color of that superhero theme going on. And last but not least, I did not have this there. I picked up these little sticky notes. I've picked these up before in orange and pink and green, and I love the fact that they came in yellow, and I'm going to use these. I'm actually going to laminate them this evening and then cut them out again, and then after I've laminated them, I'm going to, well, I can't write their names. I don't know my students in my class yet, but what I plan to do is put their name across the star, and this will actually sit above the hook at their cubby. So they know exactly where to hang their book bag every day, and there is not an argument as to where they should hang their book bag. And I believe I have enough hooks for all of my students, but if I don't, then I'll have a couple of kids share, and then I'll just put both their names on the star. Or I might just use single stars. It kind of really depends on the room in the cubbies. So that is it, my friend. That is my little haul. Well, it's not really so little, but these are some of the ideas that I plan to do in my classroom, some of the materials that I plan to put in the centers and at the group caddy area next to the groups in my classroom. Lots of ideas for activities. I'm going to be doing a DIY. Hopefully, once I get that started, I'll be sure to video and take some pictures. Love these notebooks. If you get a chance, grab them. And of course, the little cups that go in my caddies to keep everything nice and organized. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. What are some things that you use, whether it's in your office, if you're a teacher, in your classroom, or even in your home? What are some things that you love to grab at the Dollar Tree to get organized and put things neatly in their place? I'd love to know. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.